I was born.
Jimmy Little, a famous indigenous Australian singer from the Yoda Yoda tribe, is now suffering from type 2 diabetes following a kidney transplant in 2004. In Australia, diabetes is the fastest growing chronic disease, with 275 people developing the illness every day, according to the Diabetes Australia. It's the sixth leading cause of death in the nation, and Indigenous people are 8 times more likely to die of diabetes than other Australians. Little say many people don't know how bad the illness could affect them.
My diabetes is so restricting, so damaging to someone who's been healthy all of my life. And it's really crippling. And people really don't know how bad it really is until it really gets a hold of them.
Despite his health problems, the musician continues to perform around the world and has set up a foundation to educate and support Indigenous Australians suffering and at risk from diabetes. There are 2 forms of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that cannot be prevented, while type 2 diabetes can develop as a result of unhealthy lifestyles and is increasing rapidly among children and young people. This year's World Diabetes Day is focusing on young people, and Little says educating children about healthy eating is crucial in preventing cases of diabetes in Indigenous communities.
The aim is to get a message across to the children that that's good for you and that's not so good for you. It's really a very simple choice, but it's a matter of breaking the old habit and replacing them with good new habits.
In Australia, nearly 2/3 of the type 2 diabetes cases are preventable through greater lifestyle awareness and healthier living habits. Indigenous Australians are believed to be at greater risk of developing diabetes because of poor nutrition, obesity, a lack of physical activity, and possible genetic factors. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians have the 4th highest rate of type 2 diabetes in the world. Much of the Australians' Indigenous healthcare is provided by independent bodies, and some people say the sharp rise in diabetes in Australia's Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal communities has become an epidemic. With almost 200 children a day estimated to be developing diabetes, health providers in Australia are struggling to keep pace with the growth of the disease.
We can't keep up with the numbers that are being diagnosed, and usually you will find that all diabetes centres are somewhat understaffed and overworked.
Fergati believes that the answer to helping Australians' alarming diabetes epidemic lies in increasing awareness of the disease and its preventable lifestyle-related causes. And that's exactly what this World Diabetes Day hopes to achieve, with Diabetes Australia in New South Wales launching the nation's first online diabetes channel on the same day. The channel provides the public with information and on-demand videos about the illness, management and prevention, in the hope to help Indigenous Australians to get more knowledge of this deadly disease. TITV Weekly.